Hello, it's me, Make Me Mac, back once again with another indie game. Actually, we've done this one before. This is Becoming Saint. We did a demo of this a little while back. It was interesting, but really, really confusing, and we didn't do very well inside the game, and we didn't actually win anything or progress whatsoever. But now we've got access, early access, to the full version. So I'm hoping that they might have updated some things in here to allow us to play a little bit farther into the game and check things out, because the whole setup and idea of this one is pretty cool. Anyways, let's just do new game. There's a training mode as well we might have to go back into if I can't figure things out, but we'll just go new game and see if they've improved the initial flow or not. Clear all history, yeah, I guess. Huh? I'm not sure. Okay, play. My name is Mick V. Mac. All right, so I just skipped the video that starts off. I think it's the same video from the demo, so you can always go back to that video, check it out. I'll link that up here if you want to. But now we're back into the kind of basically the character selection screen. So first we got to pick a pet. We can do a lamb, a wolf, or a black cat. I'm going to do a lamb because why not? Join my flock, you will find answers. Follow me, and you will bring honor. Oh, it's a black lamb. Oh, that's a little bit disturbing. Follow me, and you will get riches beyond your wildest dreams. Honor to your kin. All right, and then all you give to the movement will turn into a multitude of riches. Join me, and all your wealth shall multiply like the stars. Donate to the movement, and you shall be saved. Sure, let's do that. Okay, so we've been blessed. So we're AFA. So these are like our blessings we have. And now that's going to allow us to determine what starting units we get, I believe. You may now bless your choices. Okay, we're blessed. Yeah, so here's the followers pool that gave us. So it makes us a capitalist. All right. And a capitalists are all about the florins. The good news is they will support a policy of saving cute kittens, provided that the kittens will somehow produce revenue. The bad news is that the same goes for a policy of murdering kittens to produce handmade fur slippers. Makes sense. All right, so it looks like we are going to be able to get monks with books, and we're also going to be able to get alchemists. Oh, interesting. All right, next. Choices have consequences on your political line and coherence of who believes in your movement on how you get and use food. All right. All right, so our believers are here. This is what we have unlocked so far. This is our politics and our possessions. We have nothing yet. Okay, go. On conversion. How do you become saint on conversion? Believers from rules. You are now developing a movement and trying to become a saint. Your choices determine who wants to follow you. Believers currently. Okay, we got that. You pick among believers who will actually follow you, followers, and then we need to feed them. Yeah, I got that. And then you march and you go to a town and you need to convert them. Got it. And then you might make sure you feed everybody to keep them happy. And then, yeah, back. But it doesn't tell you anything about the combat yet. The combat is where we got a little bit confused last time. All right, so now we're giving a speech. Your current choices. Plus monks. So let's see what the consequences are. All right. You have new believers ready to become loyal followers. 2 kinds for 2 slots. Yes, we got 2 slots we can bring people on. So we'll just grab the ones that we have because that's all we have. We have 1 of each. This is the food we're going to need to take care of over here. And now we're going to need to pick a target to pick a town. So this is where the game gets a little bit confusing. So we're here in Assisi, and we can go out to all these different little places here, and I'm assuming higher numbers are bad. So the last time we played, we tried taking out like a power 1, and the combat was a little bit confusing, and we couldn't really do anything. And it was difficult to gauge how to like maximize our benefit here. So we'll go over here where it's just 1 power, Spoleto. It gives us food and on conquest and a yield of 6 every turn, and it's got a power of 1. All right, and it's a short march, so we'll march over there. All right, so there's what they have over there. They've got these units, which seems like a lot because I only got these 2 guys. So I'm not sure if there's anything else I should be doing here. Unclear, because I only got these two folks here. And it doesn't feel like a lot to go up against all of this, but we go. Now march. Okay, so here's our followers. We know that already. Your political choices determine how effectively you lead and convert towns. Power to bless is -1. Trance to strength is +1. Okay. So I guess trance to strength we want to aim for. I don't know what that means, so we'll just have to wait and see. Units power. Your forces seem too weak for these town folk. Town, in absolute terms, it should always be possible to convert this town. Move your units. Remember that you can move units in battle. If you're about to lose a unit, try setting them in a trance to protect them. Okay. We'll try to figure out. It gives you the combat stuff now before we get to the combat. So it's a little bit, I don't know. Not sure if they've done enough from a tutorial perspective yet. So we'll go in and yeah, we gotta actually like put these guys in here again. I don't know why we have to do this as well since we already put them into the other slots before, but we gotta do it again here. We can see all their stats and information if we click into these guys as well. According to the game, though, like this isn't enough to convert this, which is really odd because if we lose, we're just done. It's game over. So, yeah, not sure. Not sure. Anyways, we're going to continue on. We start marching. We refuse to go begging. There's no food gained by begging. Okay. They didn't want to beg for food. That's fine. Don't distribute anything. Feed small portions. Feed plentifully. That gives me +1 crowns, which this is your charisma. Okay, so let's feed plentifully. Okay. The march for Spoleto ends. You and your selected followers are there. Now you'll attempt conversion. All right, so here's the battle area here. She's in like a shield. Okay, they only have these 2 units here. Okay, it seemed worse before. Pick a gameplay style. Tactician style, you move the units, you select Bless Curse. Auto Battler style, units move by themselves, but you select Bless Curse. I guess we'll leave it as Tactician. You can set a target for each of your units before the engagement. Yeah, so we can kind of like go like this and like say move here and say move there. We know that much. And then we can press play. And then they're going to move forward. We have this thing. You can cast and throw distraction enchanting items into battle anytime. We can throw a coffer of gold in. And then we can like move people around. And we're going to try to convert these folks. What is this? You can bless units that have lost some faith. Okay. Gonna bless those guys. And hopefully they're okay. It feels like it's going better than it did the last time. This guy's running away. This guy's losing some... Yeah, we lost some faith over here. Bless these guys again. But we're losing still. Okay, we did beat those guys. We did beat those guys, so that's good. That's progress. So we're gonna move over this way. What is this? Unit to trance is not attack, but is stronger in defense. Okay. I guess I could have used that earlier when these guys were still around. Failure in Spoleto. Okay, we failed. So I think that's game over already. From what I remember, yeah, defeat it. Okay. I feel like we did better than the last time we played this, but still kind of super confusing. And not very, I don't know. Your run is over. No followers. Okay, and we're back. Unfortunately, the game crashed right after the battle, so I wasn't able to see if there was like something else to happen after that. We could try another go at it. I don't know. Yeah, easy mode. There's no like meta progression pieces here. All Saints continue. So we'd have to basically start a new game over again. Just randomize. Sure, that's close enough. Okay, so we're back in. Yeah, there's no like meta progression, or at least there wasn't for that particular one. These are the same 3 from before, so These are also the same 3. They just like shuffled them. So I'm a little bit disappointed that there's not like more things here. It's just kind of the same 9 choices. Right? So there's not like a lot of variety in terms of the starting piece. I don't know if you unlock more later on. But for the moment, there's not much. You're gonna have like, you have a few different selections you could put together, but not that many. This time we got Naked Fanatics and we got the Monks of Books again. Okay. There's all sorts of different classes in here. I have no idea how to unlock any of these ones, but there seems to be quite a few. Yeah. All right. So we're just gonna skip over this. We'll try again. Yeah, we saw all this before. We got to go through it again. So it brings up the tutorial stuff again when we come back in. So now we're back here. We gave our speech. The game does a lot of like repeating information that doesn't benefit you in any ways that I find, right? It's just like it's making you do the same kind of activities over and over again. So like here, I'm going to add these followers in here, but then I'm going to have to add them again as soon as I go to pick a town. There's no way to, while I'm in town, do any sort of activities. I have to go in and pick a town and attack that town, even though I don't really have like a very strong set of followers yet, right? Like I only have these 2 followers. There's no way for me to gain new followers yet. So I have to pick a town, and then I have to go after one of these battles. And all of these battles are relatively tough. Like, there's not one that is like a little bit easier just to make life kind of easier for the first battle. I've tried, I think maybe 5 or 6 battles over my time with the demo in this game now, and I've not been able to win, even just by luck, win one. So now we're going to this town. We can see their information, which is helpful, but doesn't really give me much satisfaction. So we'll go to now merch, and we're gonna go back to Spoleto. We almost had them last time, but anyways. So yeah, it gives me this again. That's fine. For some reason, I have to now tell them to go in. I don't know what benefit this is. We've got so many different spots here. But it makes us put them into the follower spot in the town, and then makes us put them into the follower spot again here. I don't know why they don't just like auto place them unless you've got too many. Not sure. Anyways, we'll go. Now we might encounter some random events along the way here. They refuse to go begging. We got some food. Okay, nice. We'll give 2. So we want to raise this, I think. That gives us... That benefits us in combat, I think, right? So I think that's what we're trying to do. Feed plentifully gives us +1. So we'll just feed plentifully. Like, we'll try to maximize everything we can just to see if we can actually win this conversion battle. So we've gained some charisma. We have a lot more charisma than we did in the previous battle. And then these guys are going to run out, and they're going to line up. It's 1-on-1 with their leader type person there. We'll keep that going that way. And then, yeah, so we're going to select you. We'll get you guys moving up over here, and we'll press play. What does this do? Set a unit to be moved only by the player. Okay. So they're going to move up. Those guys are going to come here. These guys are going to, I'm going to move these guys up. I can't move those guys there. There they go. Okay, now they're moving. Can I move you over there and then move you over there? Don't think so. Okay. We'll go here. We'll bless you guys, because most of them have already run away. These guys are doing nothing, and I can't get them to move there. I can get you to move there. Can I get you guys to move there? We'll bless these guys again. These guys are not moving still. Now they're moving. Okay. These guys are almost dead already, so we'll bless them again. I think we can, like, defend them as well. If we click here and then we go into defense, and then these guys can get blessed. There's a lot going on. I don't seem to be making any progress on this fight. I seem to just be losing stuff. Yeah, they're just running away. Gonna bless again. These guys are just running away as well. Yeah, so it seems like almost an impossibility to do this fight. And we're going to lose in a few seconds. Yeah, so he's gone. Monks with books. Yeah, that's fine. The game is very difficult and unusual. Not quite sure. Failure in Spoleto. That's going to be game over. We'll see if the new nicely great that you selected units that could do a special attack. Okay. If you select units that are in synergy, they'll be more effective. Sweet. Something is not right. Yeah, the game crashed again. No, it didn't crash. Okay. Oh, now it crashed. Now it crashed again. Oh, that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. Well, hopefully they're able to make some updates to this one in the future. It has an interesting concept in terms of like, you're doing these like active battles, and it's just not very well explained. I know there's a tutorial there, but the entire like UI and everything there is still kind of unusually set up. So it makes it a little bit difficult for you to kind of learn on the fly as well. If the game is not intuitive enough to run. Oh, the game is out. Game came back to life. Look at that. It just took like 10 minutes to load in. Your run is over. So after converting 0 towns, you've lost all your followers. Okay. I think what they need to add is like one easier mission for you to start off with, just to get used to the actual combat mechanics. It's a little bit different than other strategy games like this. But hopefully they'll look at that and they'll continue to add that up. We get now to see this part of it, where after 930 years you became a saint still, even though we failed horribly. And then, yeah, Michelina is over there now. We completely lost all the data from our first run, though, because of that crash. And then it just drops you right back to the main menu. Okay. All Saints. Yeah, I don't know in what way this is useful. Oh, and the interface is kind of funky. Yeah, I hit OK, and it just like sometimes it drops me, and sometimes I can hit the menu through the. Interesting. Okay, yeah, a few bugs and things like that they'll want to take a look at. I was really hoping that this would be more fun with this version. Unfortunately, still doesn't quite hit the mark for me, to be honest. So we'll keep an eye on it. Maybe they'll do some interesting updates in the future. And I want to thank the devs in Fire Squid and Open Lab for sharing the game ahead of the launch so we can take a look at it. But yeah, I think they still need to bake this one a little bit more. So we'll see what their plan is for getting this out to everybody else. Thanks as always for watching. Catch you guys in the next video. Take care.